You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin, and welcome to my Mamma Mia Here I Go Again vlog. While this is the sequel to my infamous Mamma Mia the hit musical reading vlog, you do not have to watch that one first. I will link it down in the description box if you want to check it out, but you know, the storyline does not continue. So if you've never experienced a Mamma Mia vlog, oh boy. Essentially, in this video, I will be reading 2 romances, and I will also be sharing some personal love stories. Yes, that's the word, love stories. I do want to start this with a huge warning as well. This vlog will not be safe for work. You have been warned. If we are related, please don't watch. This is where you stop. Probably best not to watch this at work either. Probably best if you have any children in the house as well to get them out the house. Because this is not How to Train Your Gavin reading middle grade. This is How to Train Your Gavin some grace and decorum. If you don't know me at all, hello, I am Gavin. Please do subscribe. If you do end up enjoying this video, then please don't forget to give this a like. Not only am I a slag for men, but I'm a slag for the likes and the subscribe. So gimme a man after midnight. The books I will be... Oh, you know what, actually, before we begin, I do want to settle something. Apparently the way I say books is funny. Let's put up a YouTube video, how to pronounce books. This is just to cover my back, so if you were about to comment how I say books is funny, I know.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Look at this book.
Look at this
Look
stuff.
At all
Isn't
these
it?
Books.
Books.
Hello there. I'm Cecilie and I'm your online English teacher.
Thanks.
Today's lesson is going to be about 3 very common words that we use in our daily lives. These words are look, cook, and book. I've heard a lot of my students
That's how I say
saying book and look at this. And that's not how you're supposed to say it. It sounds so different.
Does she not know people have accents?
Look and cook and book. And I'm going to teach you how to make that sound. You have to try to not close your mouth so much. Not make an oo sound and make more a o sound. Book. Look. Book. Repeat after me. Look. Cook. Book. Choose.
Ooh. Right, okay, book. Okay, so I'm going to talk about these books in this video. So the first is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This one is a book that has... This novel follows 2 writers, and one of them writes erotic fiction, I think, and the other writes literary fiction. And they both have a deadline that they need to meet, and they have to meet it. And they end up meeting each other as well along the way. They fall in love. At least I think they fall in love. Would it be romance if they don't fall in love? Oh, they have a bet to swap genres and say who gets published first. That's hilarious. I will probably read this one first. I'm just like really in the mood for something summery. I know it's January. No, it's not. It's February. I know it's February, but I do fancy something a little summery as well. And then I also have The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. I have butchered this summary before, so I think it's about a PhD student who needs proof that love exists, like scientifically, and ends up getting a boy to be her fake boyfriend. I probably said that wrong as well, but this is why I'm going to read them so that I can explain them. This is pretty popular on TikTok, but I'm usually not one for hype. Unfortunately, that goddamn TikTok sensation thing is part of the cover. It's not a sticker or anything. Rage inducing. But again, I'm excited for this one too, and I think it's going to be fantastic. I have been let down before by TikTok hype, but you know, I think that was because it was done at Vipers, so obviously I was going to be let down. So yeah, these are the 2 books I will be reading in this video. And if you don't know me at all as well, then you won't know that I don't typically read romance. I am on the lookout for a 5-star romance though. I am on the hunt for some cunt. Oh my god, I'm joking. Oh my god, I'm gay. I'm totally joking. But I'm hoping one of these will be 5-star. This is my experiment to get 5-star romance, which I've tied in very nicely with the love hypothesis, haven't I? I didn't just think about that right now. So yeah, that's the plan for the video. What's next on the agenda, I hear you ask? Well, it's cocktails and cock talk with Gavin. However, I don't have cocktails, I have wine. So I guess this is Wine Dining 69 with Gav. So which sex story can I tell you about first? It needs to be a good one. If I want to start off this vlog right, and it's been, what, a year and a half since the last Mamma Mia vlog? It needs to be a good one. I think for my first story, I will tell you about the week I had 5 different guys. That's right, 5 guys, 1 week. Wait, oh my god, I'm a fast food fucking restaurant. Did somebody say just eat? Okay, that's enough of that. I need to dive back into my archives. I do have a book with a lot of my sexual conquests in it. This is just the 2015 to 16 journal. So if I can just find where the week was. Oh, here it is. I can still recall. I'm so sorry to all the people who love One Last Summer. That's not a song for me, I'm afraid. November 4th. What a night. Anonymous man number 1, who I forgot the name of, messaged me out the blue. He was older by around 10 years and I didn't even mind. He was beautiful, gorgeous. He came over and we ... We made love, not sex. I never felt that way before. He was supposed to be a one-night stand, but maybe he's the one? I don't know.
Honey, honey, how he thrills me. Honey, honey. Honey, honey, nearly kills me. Honey, honey. I've heard about him before. I wanted to know some more. And now I know what they mean. He's a love machine. Now he makes me dizzy. Honey, honey, let me feel it. Honey, honey. Honey, honey, don't conceal it. Honey, honey. The way that you kiss goodnight. The way that you kiss me goodnight. The way that you hold me tight. The way that you hold me tight. I feel like I wanna sing when you do your thing!
So, a day has passed and anonymous man number 1 is no longer. That's totally fine. He looked like Adonis, but, you know, his penis looked like every other one out there. A little pointy, but it got the job done. November 5th. What a night. Talk about fireworks. I hit it off with anonymous man number 2 in a bar down the road from my student accommodation. He was in town for the night, so I told him, since you're in Newcastle for the first time, why don't you hit 2 birds with 1 stone and enter me too? So, he did, and we November 7th. What a night. My app was buzzing with potential. It was like a closing down sale at the cock market or something. I ended up with anonymous man number 3. He came to mind and I rode him like I was riding the bus. Unfortunately, the ride only lasted 15 seconds before he deposited all over me. He left and I was unsatisfied and I started to run the bath. While covered in cum, I went shopping at the cock market again and found myself anonymous man number 4. I got clean and in less than half an hour from getting off one cock, I was jumping onto another and we ... It was just what I needed. I felt reborn, cleansed, my skin was glowing. It must have been the moisturizer I put on that morning. November 8th. What a night. I went on the metro and traveled to see anonymous man number 5. He was nice, a nurse, and made me feel a certain way. We did so much foreplay and after a week of being on the bottom bunk, it was time to try my hand at the top bunk. The only problem is it was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. I thought I was fucking air. What a disappointing end to the Dick Olympics, of which I surely won the gold medal. It was an experience I've never had before and may never have again. I learned so much about myself that week. Who I was as a person, how long I can lean on my hands while doing the standing wheelbarrow. I'll never ever forget those important life lessons I learned.
Honey, honey, how you thrill me. Honey, honey. Honey, honey, nearly kill me. Honey, honey. I've heard about you before. I wanted to know some more. And now I'm about to see what you mean to me.
That was the week I also got oral gonorrhea, but I don't know which one gave me it though. I love it.
Check out my room. Oh my lord, it's so small. That is what I pay for. Let's have a bathroom. Let's have a look. Oh my. Oh, ooh. Oh, okay. It's more like a walkway. Hello there. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Just what I need for the night.
I've been here about an hour and a half. I am going to go in the shower and get all dolled up for tonight. Actually, I haven't even told you why I'm in a hotel room. I'm not randomly hooking up with a stranger, I promise. I'm actually in London. I have went to Kensington to go to a book launch, and it's my first ever book launch. I'm so excited. It is for Elle McNichol, and yeah, that's in like 2 hours. So I need to get on it. Yeah, I just, you know what, as soon as I get into a hotel room, I usually spend the first couple hours just chilling. Finished my first little bottle of Prosecco. I had music blasting in my ears. I had the Mamma Mia soundtrack on because what a soundtrack, honestly. Love it. But yeah, that's essentially why I'm in a random hotel room. I've actually deleted Grindr, okay? As tempting as it is, honestly, I am so tempted to just re-download it right now and just see who's around. But I deleted it a couple of weeks ago. It's probably the longest I've gone without it. I had a bit of a bad experience on a... Well, hang on, right. This isn't the love life story that I want to talk about. But firstly, why I deleted it. So I was going to hook up with a guy and I went to his. And I was there for a couple of minutes. And then he was like, I've changed my mind. And I was like standing there in his house like, okay, I'll just go then. And then I left. I mean, I thought, okay, maybe he just thinks I look better in photos than I do in person. So that's all fine and well, whatever. And then the next day, literally the next day, a guy messaged if I wanted me for coffee. I was like, you know what? Yeah, actually, that sounds really nice. So I went to the coffee shop, got myself a coffee, sat down as I waited for him. And then he came in. He looked at me and he said, oh, I thought you'd be taller. And I was like, okay. And he was just like, I'm just gonna go. And I was like, okay, right. This is a sign that I need to delete Grindr, delete the app. Never speak of it again. Yeah, so that put me off. I mean, self-esteem. Who is she? Yeah, that's just sad, really. Anyway, that wasn't the love life story I wanted to talk about. I just thought of that because while I was walking through London, I did get off at King's Cross and I walked to Kensington. I was not getting the Underground. I was not getting it. I've been on it once before, never again. So it was literally a 1 hour, 40-minute walk from King's Cross to Kensington. So during that entire time, I didn't listen to an audiobook. I didn't do anything. I didn't even listen to music. I was like, I can't let my battery on my phone die. So it's best I just crack on. So to pass the time and to entertain myself, I just played Crotch Watch. And the amount of hot London guys I passed throughout that entire trip. Oh my god. Honestly, it made me want to re-download it right there and then. So many people were passing by on bikes as well. I was just like, hold on a minute, I'm a bike, ride me. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I see a hot guy, it just, even for a second, instant moisture. Oh, I hate men. I really do. Anyway, yeah, so I made it safe. I am going to go in the shower in a bit, get ready and stuff. But yeah, I thought I would talk about Beach Read first because I'm halfway through. I am 167 pages in. This is going to be spoiler free as well. I'm not going to talk about spoilers about these books. I will try and talk about as much as I possibly can. I will be talking about main plot points. I won't be spoiling like twists or little character details, I guess. I mean, I don't really know what you'd consider a spoiler sometimes. But I'm going to be as careful as I possibly can, but still give enough info. So, Beach Read, we follow January. And yeah, I think I said that she writes erotic fiction. You know, she just writes romance, like rom-coms kind of thing. And yeah, she does end up bumping into Gus in this town. Her dad had recently passed and kind of left her a little house. And she ends up moving in there and she ends up bumping into Gus in the local bookshop, and Gus is the guy who she knew from college, who has also got a literary fiction career behind him, and he's like very Yeah, she doesn't really like him at first, but they did know each other from college, and yeah, that's kind of the main premise. Although actually, a little bit later on, they do a little challenge where he needs to try and write a romance, and she needs to write something literary, and they've kind of like switched, and I like that aspect of it. The plot's very good. I don't know about the characters though. I'm not sure. I mean, January as a character, I mean, first off, we got so much exposition at the start. I really wasn't a fan of how this started. There was just too much conversation with, like her best friend phones and whatever. And it just felt like such a fake conversation, forcing a bubbly personality or like forcing a bubbly friendship in their conversation and stuff. And I was like, I can really see that this is just all fake. You know, I just couldn't believe the friendship over the phone kind of thing. Like, I know it sounds weird and I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but I have just downed a whole bottle of Prosecco, essentially. The conversation just didn't feel genuine. And I don't know. I don't know. January herself, she has moments where I really relate to her and I'm like, oh, okay, yes. But then there are other times where she's so desperately quirky. And I don't mind quirky characters. I kind of love quirky characters every now and then. But she is like desperately quirky. Like, I can tell the writer is really forcing a personality on her that's kind of quirky. I guess that's just all I can say. It was kind of off-putting for me. And it was getting to the point, like, well, recently a bird shot on her head. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler. But a bird shot on her head. And it's kind of off-putting because I'm just like, I can see how desperately they're trying to, well, the author is trying to make this main character seem adorable and cute and perky to the hot male lead. And yeah, it's off-putting, but we can't back down. I want to persevere. I think Gus himself, he's alright. I think he sounds pretty hot, but okay, we're halfway through. And I really wanted more angst because they don't make a good, well, second impression. They do know one another from college, but you know, after bumping into each other in this town, they don't kind of get on to begin with. And there's like a little bit of, yeah, angst between them. And I really enjoyed that. I was like, oh, okay. But then that quickly went away. And we've already had some like deep conversations. And yeah, I'm halfway through. I'm halfway through. This is how much I've read. We've got this much left to go. Yeah, he's already been like holding her hand under a table and just, yeah, she banged her head off the top of a car, like, roof as well. And he's like, oh, okay, there's no blood. Like, he's just like so overprotective already. I'm just like, I mean, saying that out loud, it does sound like normal human behavior. But no, I wanted more angst. I wanted them to take a bit longer, kind of falling for each other. You know, I kind of really like when characters have history, and it seems like things were a little bit complicated between them and there's some unresolved issues there, but they're just falling for one another far too quickly. And again, I don't know if it's because I have never really been in love before, I've never had a boyfriend before. Maybe if I ever went on like proper dates where, you know, they didn't say, oh, I thought you'd be taller and like leave. If I didn't have stuff like that, if I actually went on dates and really, I don't know, applied myself to the dating scene, then maybe I would say that is realistic in this. I don't know, it feels like fast love. And I need more steam. I don't know if it actually is really steamy. I can't remember if people said it was steamy. And I don't mind if it doesn't end up being steamy. I do like it. I like the story. I really do like the idea that they're switching places almost with what they're writing. But I need to feel it in my heart. And it's just not being felt in my heart, you know? I could have read more while I got here. I could have probably been right about the 200-page mark if I had have read when I got here. I just want to listen to music and dance around. Anyway, I still have high hopes for this. I do think, it's not feeling like a 5-star, but maybe it will turn itself around by the end. Because, again, I do like the story. Anyway, I haven't even touched my second bottle of Prosecco. So I really need to rectify that right now. And I'm glad because it's time to wine, dine and 629 with Gav. Although this isn't wine. Prosecco and talk about being a whore with Gav. So, did I ever tell you about the time I almost had a sugar daddy? This was only last year. I wonder if I still got WhatsApp messages. Again, Grindr. Usually I'm very funny about people who, well, he almost seemed like a bot. You know, the way that he was responding was very generic. And then it quickly devolved into him propositioning me for favours. Okay, I actually do, and he's actually saved in my phone as Daddy. Okay, I'm just gonna, because I don't want to show you all the messages just yet, but can you see that it's on there? What's that message there, Daddy? What does that say? Baby, send me the details to send you your allowance. Yeah, okay. You know what, actually, this is an okay screen to show you. And he keeps calling me baby. And I'm just like, I'll just start from the beginning, right? This was on the 23rd of August. And, oh, God, he was really good looking as well. He was asking if I ended up wanting a sugar daddy. And honestly, yes. Why not? Honestly, no judgment, absolutely no judgment to people who do that. Honestly, I would be one of them if I could. So if there's anybody watching this. So yeah, we went from Grindr to WhatsApp, and he was asking more things about me. He was like, I'd like to know more about you if you don't mind. Should start by introducing myself. And he told me about him. He told me his name, what he works as. He works as a cardiologist. I told him what I did. And he said, well, I can be the sweetest sugar daddy. I'm rich and nice. I help the poor. I donate funds to the orphanages. And I spoil my baby. That's the little something you should know about me. I mean, I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I don't know if he's telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Oh my God. I said, I'm always honest and genuine too. And I'm a very good boy. So he said, I'm a sugar daddy, I work for my money, and I'm not here to trade myself. I'm just here to help you. So I need total respect. Never talk to me rudely because it will make me feel so bad, baby. Respect daddy and daddy respect baby. Respect is reciprocal. That's what they say. Oh my God, like literally, honestly, I'm not even joking. I'm not even, look, just for proof. Oh my God, can you even see? Like, just for proof. And look, can you see there, 23rd of August? Is that what it says? I can't see from here. 23rd of August, okay? I love how I said, I respect you already. Yeah, I respect your money. Give me your money. As long as you are a good boy to daddy, I'll always make things real with you and always make love with you. Oh, you're honestly... Why did I ever let you go? I don't double date, and also I can't share my baby with anyone, so I want you and only you, and you must want me and only me. You can have a boyfriend, but don't talk to any other sugar daddy. Promise me you won't do that for me. I'm not saying what I said. Anyway, okay, right. Do you want to know what I would be paid? What my allowance would have been? Had I went through with this? $2,000 a week. $2,000 a week. You don't mind if I can start off your allowance with $2,000 weekly? Are you sure you won't make regret like my last sugar baby did? Ooh, I want to know about his last sugar baby. And then he wanted me to send details of my sort code and account number. Now, I don't know. I didn't do it. Like, this is where I chickened out because I don't know. I don't know if you can actually break into someone's account with just the sort code and account number. You probably can't. You probably need more information because I guess people get sort code and account number all the time too. Donate money or like deposit money or whatever. But I said, did you not want to meet first before any kind of allowance? And he said, okay, baby, if you're okay with that. I said, yes, that would be great. And he was like, yes, baby. And then we never spoke again. He was maybe genuine. He could probably be genuine. But I just couldn't give my so-called account number. Like, that's where I drew the line. I was like, let's not share details right now. I mean, PayPal me if you want. But I'm not giving any number on my bank card at all. But yeah, 2,000, can you imagine £2,000 a week to start off with? And I wouldn't have even minded. I've never been in a relationship, so there was no problem with me having like a boyfriend on the side or anything. Like, that's never gonna happen anyway. What could have been, I feel like I work myself to the bone half the time just to try and pay bills and stuff. And now I live by myself too. It's getting even harder. And I have a lavish lifestyle, okay? I mean, saying that though, I'm in the Holiday Inn. It's not like I'm in the fucking hill. But yeah, like, honestly, that would have helped so much with everything that I've been paying for and just being able to keep afloat half the time. And that was back in August as well. I was still freshly new in my house. And I was desperate then. I had to pay so much at once. I had to do like security deposit. I had to set things up like the internet and all of this kind of stuff that I'd never done before on my own. And it was so much. It almost got on top of me. And I was desperate enough to almost get myself a sugar daddy.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? And still there never seems to be a single penny left from me. Don't sit down there, that's too bad. It's broken in my dreams. I have a plan. If I got me a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work at all. I'd fool around and have a ball. Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in a rich man's world. All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's a rich man's world. It's a rich man's world. A man like that is hard to find, but I can't get him off my mind. ain't it sad? And if he happens to be free, I bet he wouldn't fancy me. That's too bad. So I must leave, I have to go to Las Vegas or Monaco and win a fortune in a game. My life will never be the same. Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in a rich man's world. Yahoo! Whoa! All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's a rich man's world. It's a rich man's world.
I will update you again when I finished a beach read. I will hopefully read more tonight after the book launch. I don't even know how long it's going for. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Did I just already say that? Essentially, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So, depending on that, I might end up finishing it on the train home tomorrow. You will get an update soon. And hopefully, I will have given this book a really good read. I'm usually like this with romances, even rom-coms, where I'm just like not really feeling it until like the last 20 minutes and I'm like, oh my god, they're in love. Crying and loving it. That's usually me. I'm so stone-hearted to begin with, and then by the end of the movie, I want to watch it from the beginning again. And I hope that's the same with Beach Read. I really do. So yeah, I'm gonna go in the shower. Oh wait, that's the empty one. I'm gonna go in the shower, and I'm just gonna listen to more music and dance around the hotel room like nobody's watching.
You're so hot, teasing me. So you're blue, but I can't take a chance on a kid like you. It's something I couldn't do. There's that look in your eyes I can read in your face that your feelings are driving you wild. Oh, but boy, you're only a child. Well, I could dance with you, honey, if you think it's funny. Does your mother know that you're out? And I could chat with you, baby, flirt a little maybe.
The pressure really is on to give you this update because I am currently on sprints with Liv. We're doing them on Patreon and we have 22 minutes left of the sprint. So I need to tell you what I thought of Beach Read because yes, I did finish this, and tell you another love life story. Beach Read, what do I think of it? I finished it on the train up and I did like a lot of it. I really did. I was very enamored by the story. I really liked the idea of, you know, two authors switching genres and all of that. It sounded fabulous, right? But I feel like it didn't give me enough of that. And I don't know if I'm being bitter or not, but I didn't love the romance. And I felt like the romance just came too quickly and too strongly. Okay, I don't mind a bit of quick romance every now and then, but I just felt like a lot of their character arcs, their character development fell to the wayside as soon as they fell in love, essentially. January was desperately quirky, and then it seemed like all of her quirkiness disappeared as soon as she was in love with Gus. And likewise with Gus, he was very considerate, caring, down to earth, and it was just a total 180 to what he was like at the start, which I totally get it. And again, I'm not going to give any spoilers. They both reveal things to one another, but I didn't really feel that connection. It just felt like two people talking to one another. I didn't feel sparks. I didn't feel romance. I just felt like two people talking to one another. I did enjoy some of the sex scenes. I mean, there was really just one that comes to mind. And she asks him if he has a condom, and I love that whole kind of scene, but it was a little bit ruined at the end of that when the guy does something, but that's fine. Like, I don't mind some choices and decisions on what the story or how the story went. I honestly just wish there was more focus on the whole premise of them switching genres. I just felt like that was so under the radar in this. There was this whole thing about cults as well, which I felt could have been very interesting. But again, like, that kind of is weird to say about this book. The tone was so off for me. It felt summery every now and then. It felt very happy-go-lucky and quirky. As I've said, the main character is very quirky. But then it just crashes down to earth in the next page. You know, there's actually quite a lot of heavy-hitting stuff in this, and it can be quite sad. But I couldn't feel sad because the tone was so happy one minute and then sad the next. I was like this with the changes of tone in this, which again, I'm not saying it's a bad book. I did enjoy, well, I it was escapism. Okay, I didn't love it like I wanted to. It was just pure escapism. I will say as well, I hate epilogues. I hate epilogues in romance. This had an epilogue. And I'm like, do we need one? Do we actually need one? Yeah, I just would have loved way more angst before the romance happened. And a lot of that tension just really fizzled. Not even halfway through, because when I updated you yesterday, I was barely halfway through. So I really did want to love it. It's one that I might need to read again in the future once my expectations are lower. I know now that it's not really that focused on them swapping genres, which I really wish it was. I knew it wasn't going to be that steamy going into it, so that's fine. But I do feel like there was a lot of missed potential in where this could have gone. And I don't mind characters changing throughout a book. Like, that's the whole point. That's what a character arc is. But when they change, when they're just so unrecognizable from what they started out as because of the romance, I don't really see that as character development. And I'm not going to lie, every other character but the main character felt like they were servicing the main character. In fact, yes, even the main character was servicing the main character. You know what I mean? I don't know if you get that, but whenever there was a side character, or, you know, January has a friend who I didn't really care for anyway, I mentioned her before, it just felt like they were just there to talk to the main character or to further the main character. Like, they never really seemed to have a reason of being, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well. I don't explain myself very well very often. Oh, another one's You and Me on Vacation. It says, need another laugh out loud love story. You and Me on Vacation. This, I didn't find myself laughing too much with this one. I might have laughed a couple of times, but it was probably for the wrong reasons, to be honest. 3 stars. I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. It wasn't bad. But I am actually already partway through The Love Hypothesis. I am almost finished with chapter 2. Chapter 2 is so bloody long. I've also got the audiobook of that one. It's an hour-long chapter. Why? But this one is very, very good. So now I understand more. I know exactly where I went wrong with the plot summary of this a few months back. I know exactly where I went wrong. And I wasn't expecting the actual cover, the actual plot of Olive kissing Adam to literally happen the first sentence, essentially. Like, that's how we start. And I was not expecting that. And I kind of like that. It kind of, you know, is it in action movies or even in action, or in fact any book where it starts in the middle of the action, it's like in media res or something like that. This is this for romance, and I like that. I like that start. I liked the banter that she had with Adam, and they seem to have the kind of almost angst that I was kind of wanting from January and Gus and Beach Read. Or at least they did start out that way. And it just disappeared straight away. Yeah, I'm already really enjoying this one. I really like the narration style. I like how, I mean, it does feel a little bit bubbly. Like, the main character, Olive, does feel a little bit bubbly. She does seem to talk a lot, but it's not in a desperate way I found January in Beach Read. This feels more of a genuine, authentic kind of quirkiness, which I'm really enjoying so far. I like it. Next time I update you, it will be when I finish this. I'm at work tomorrow, but I'm going to listen to the audio. Well, I'm going to see if I can read more of it on Live Sprints. I will probably have to go to bed soon. But I am on Live Sprints. I'm going to most likely listen to it on the way to and from work, and then finish it, and then amazing, you know? I'm so excited because I do think I'm going to really enjoy this one. I know I said that about Beach Read, but I cannot be wrong twice in one video. It's never happened before. Love story number 7. Because technically we had 5 in 1 week, and then, you know, my sugar daddy potential, and now another person who is more recent, and I do like him. Is this a therapy session? Because I feel like I need one. So I'm the kind of person who lets guys walk all over me. I let people go. Well, I didn't. I didn't with M&S guy. I was very almost clear about that. With this person at the minute, who I'm going to call Jack, because his name actually is Jack. I don't know why I can't pick something else. I mean, it's not like you're going to be able to find him. So we actually hooked up last May, and it was wonderful. It was really good sex. And we would message quite a lot before that and after that. When I say quite a lot, I mean he would text max twice a day. I'd try and start a conversation, or I'll try and keep a conversation going. He would take about 5 hours to respond. and then I would respond, and then I tried to do that thing where I was like, okay, I'm not going to respond for like 5 hours. I want to complete that game. But then it was a cycle, and I was like, there's no point in this. But then he did just end up ghosting me for the longest time, as a lot of guys do. Anyway, recently, and when I say recently, I think it's been about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks ago, he sent me a message. And I did actually say as well, because he said, oh, we should meet up. And I was like, hey, we were supposed to meet up the last time, but you just seem to be so busy. But I said it in such a sassy way. It was on text, so he probably didn't get the sassiness. But the sassiness was there. And he ended up coming over. And we we fucked. And he fucked me. He's got a really nice, girthy cock. And it was amazing. It was amazing. It was just what I needed, which I don't think I could do a relationship. I mean, I couldn't anyway because, I mean, he's ghosted me again. I think it's been a week and a half since the last text. You know, he was texting afterwards and then it just fizzles out and just never texts again. So he'll probably text in 10 months' time or something and be like, hey, essentially, whenever he texts, I spread my legs. It's not really a dirty love story or anything. It's like the fact that we've met twice, but both times we've had sex and it was great. And we got so into it. I've never talked so much during sex ever. And it was fun. It was fun. And that's what I usually miss from my one night stands with a lot of the other guys. It's never really fun. It's like hot and sexy and stuff, but it's not fun. You know what I mean? Because we were chatting, we were saying like some dirty stuff, but we were laughing as well. And we were just, going with the flow almost. And it felt so natural. But again, ghosted. He's probably ghosted loads of people. He probably has this on rotation. I mean, I could probably try and count all the people who've ghosted me in the past. And I have tried. But then I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I should give up. But then they'll message out the blue. And I will be there. I will be there in a heartbeat. So I am pathetic, aren't I? Because I would go back to people who ghost me. And Jack, I did go back. With him. People are probably confused because I do actually have a ghost who lives here called Jack. And we have, mutually masturbated on one occasion. But other than that, it's these guys. I am pathetic for them. I try and get them out of my head, but I can't. It's like I'm almost obsessed. Maybe I need to be my own therapist because I might be cracking something here. Maybe I am obsessed with guys who tap this once, maybe twice, and then have the audacity to not try and tap it again. It's not like I'm hard to tap. Oh my god, that sounds awful. It's not like I'm hard to tap again. I would rather have regular than a one night stand. I honestly would. I can't get these guys out of my head. I can't get Jack out of my head. I should probably change my attitude on that because the amount of times that I should probably just delete, block, and not respond, I just ignore myself and like, no, let's do it. Because what if something happened? But I also know I'm conflicted because I'm thinking, but it will happen again, he'll ghost you again. But I can't change that about me, so, I was cheated by you, and I think you know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma mia, now I really know. My, I should not have let you go. I was angry inside when I knew we were through. I can't count all the times I've cried over you. Look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control.
There's a fire within my soul. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma mia, now I really know. My, I should not have let you go.
Well, I finished the Love Hypothesis, that is. I don't know how Meryl Streep did it. I can't even remember what I said in the last update about this. I can't remember what... I think I got up to middle of chapter 2, end of chapter 2 in the previous update, I think. But I do want to say that I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really, really good. I definitely preferred it over Beach Read. Like, if Beach Read was like 3.5 stars, I think this would be 4.5 stars. Not quite 5 stars for me. I'm going to round it down to a 4. I did really enjoy it. I do wish there was a little bit more to the sex scene other than, you know, him fitting her whole tit in his mouth. Which, you know, that mouth has been places. I'm just thinking, again, no spoilers. Although I guess that is kind of a spoiler because that's what happens when they have sex. But you know what? I love the fact that we built up to it. It didn't feel unnatural for it to have happened. It was a natural progression. Unlike, say, in Beach Read. I mean, you can disagree with me on this one. I don't mind. But, you know, I'm comparing these two so much. And I just feel like this one just felt a lot more natural and wasn't too quick. And the characters still felt rather true to themselves at the end of the book as well. Yes, they go on this journey. Yes, they catch feelings for one another. Although there is like a little bit of history there as well. But other than that, it just felt like almost like they belong together almost. I do really enjoy the fact that they were fake dating and that whole rom-com kind of plot. That just seems a little unbelievable. And even a side character mentions that towards the end. Like, this must be like some shitty Hallmark movie, right? Or something like that. Which, you know, I really like the self-awareness of it. And I just really enjoy the fact that it had a really intriguing premise throughout, whereas the whole switch in genres thing could have been so great in this one if we had have actually explored that. But no, I think in this one, the whole fake dating thing, it offered conflicts that felt very natural again to the characters because obviously Adam is somebody who is a faculty member and is a lot of kind of Olive's friends' mentors, and when he gives them a bad grade, it kind of makes some friction between Olive and her friends because they're, well, I remember one instance, I can't remember his name, it might have been Greg, when, again, no spoilers, this is just like a story thing. Greg, I think, gets failed on something by Adam, and Greg takes it out on Olive, which I found so unfair. But, you know, it offered a lot of those moments where it just caused a rift in Olive's actual personal life, and I found that so interesting, and I found that really good to see. The whole thing, it's such a farce, but such an entertaining farce as well. I just really enjoyed their banter together. I actually thought they were really good together as well. And I think because, I mean, they were forced almost to be together with this whole fake relationship thing. And you can see how much fun, like, Adam's having with it to begin with. And he really winds her up, and I love that about him. And he was, like, yeah, very broody. He doesn't really change all that much. So, I mean, he does become more caring and stuff. And he learns to be a little bit lighter with students. But, like, he comes from such a good place in a lot of the stuff because he has this persona that he's a really nasty person, but he does come from a good place and he does want people to succeed in all of that. So again, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but yeah, I do think that they had a greater chemistry together than the prior book. I absolutely hated Tom. Tom was awful. I'm not going to go into it, but if you end up reading this, watch out for Tom. He's an absolute arsehole. I hate him. I hate him so much. What else? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I did write that there were some really cheesy and cliche lines. But I thought it was, like, really written well. These cheesy and cliched lines happen a lot later in the romance rather than, say, like, Beach Read when it happens before the halfway point. With the love hypothesis, as I mentioned, it feels natural. It just feels natural. It doesn't get thrown in there. It isn't too quick. It feels like a natural progression. And I would honestly love for a guy to say this stuff to me during sex, after sex, before sex, all of the above. I would love for him to say things that Adam says to Olive. And I mentioned before, sometimes I'm like this with rom-coms. I don't want any of the romance. I don't want any of the love. But then it starts to happen and I start to get emotional. And then by the end of it, I do want them together and I start crying because I'm like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever seen and I just love love. And that's what I got from this as well. Like, I did, you know. So, I mean, not quite a 5-star. I think, should I just round it up? I don't know, because I feel like I'm just being a bitch. I mean, I didn't wholly find it. I thought there were some really, like, slow points to this, which is fine, honestly. I don't think any story has to be fast-paced throughout or anything. But I really was like, I've not been a PhD student, but I have been an undergrad. And I did relate to some of the pressures of it. I mean, I did English Lit, so it's nothing like what Olive was doing. But, you know, I definitely could see a lot of her struggles. I could see her desperation and her peers as well and what they were going through. I could see that. And I thought that I think a lot of uni students might be able to relate to Olive or, you know, any of her friends. And also, yeah, again, like with Beach Read, I thought every other character than the main character was just there to service the main character. They didn't actually feel like real people. Whereas in this one, I definitely felt like a lot of the side characters felt like real people. And they weren't just there to revolve around the main character. And I love that. I love that a lot. And I did like Olive's intentions as well. We delve more into what she would do for her friends. And I like that. I respect that. She didn't make the best choices whatsoever half the time. But I liked her trying. I liked what she went through. And again, I did quite like the sex scene. But I think there really was just one full-on one. And it was serviceable. It was pretty hot. I would have loved more focus on the male anatomy. Well, that's just me. That's just me. I do love the fact that Adam was very attentive and definitely wanted her consent. And, you know, if you change your mind, tell me. Honestly, it's fine. Like, he was such a gentleman. And I did like it. It was really sweet, but also really hot. Yeah, it was really, really good. I think this is the first book I've read from TikTok that I've actually really enjoyed. Well done. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say about The Love Hypothesis. I think. This is the thing with me. I can't delve very well into book reviews if I'm doing them spoiler free, but I genuinely don't want to spoil this for anyone, so that was like bare minimum, bare bones. I did like it. I liked it a lot. It was almost 5 stars. You know what, I might have to sit on it a while. I might give it a month or a week. I think a month's a bit dramatic. Maybe a week and see if I would just bump it up to a 5. We'll see about it, we'll see. But it's a 4 for now and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Which brings us to the last love story that I'm going to tell you, and I need to end with a good one as well. I need to end with a good one that I think you guys will definitely judge me for. I call it the Lawnmower Part 2, and if you know what the Lawnmower story is, I probably should have a drink, but I've not long finished work. I've only just finished Love Hypothesis. I'm knackered. No drinks for me. This is me being dry. Dry and pie. Oh, dry and cream pie with Gav. I don't even think I gave a name for the previous sex story either, but it's fine. This entire vlog is a mess. Picture this. It was the summer of 2018. I was 26. I was thriving. I was working in America, in Canada at the time. I was doing a summer over there. I was speaking at different universities, shouting to students in lecture halls about joining volunteer programs and things like that. And it was a fun time. I absolutely loved it. And it was my second week in Texas. And again, I'm on the app of the gods, Grindr. I was messaging a guy. He was really, really nice, really cute. And he drove to my Airbnb because I had a partner as well, not like a love partner or anything, but I had a work partner, and she was accompanying me on this run, and we had an Airbnb together, and it was a very interesting Airbnb as well, very interesting. And we stayed in this Airbnb, and yeah, I got this guy to come over, pick me up, and he was like, we can't take you back to mine, and we can't go to yours. Do you want to go to maybe like an outside cinema or something? We drove about, well, not too far away. We drove a little bit away and we stopped in what appeared to be, you know, an abandoned car park, and we ended up going in the back seat and we did a lot of this, and he didn't have a condom. And I am a huge advocate for safe sex, okay? And I always get tested afterwards as well, so make sure you do. But we did have unprotected sex. It happened in the backseat of a car in Texas. He had a cock the shape of a Coke can. And the sex was amazing, I'm not gonna lie. I remember one point where he just stopped and looked out the window and I was like, shit, we've been spotted. But no, it was fine. Well, I don't know the laws about having sex in the back of someone's car in Texas either. I hope this doesn't get me in trouble. I mean, this story's dedicated to Liv anyway, So, Liv, you're gonna have to let me know. I mean, this entire blog is dedicated to Liv, not gonna lie. It lasts a little while, and then he comes, and he doesn't pull out. And that's where the whole cream pie from Drying Cream Pie with Gav comes from. He did that. He did that. If you're watching this and you're thinking about doing this as someone, do not just unload inside of them without their consent, 100%. And that's not where the story ends. So, he takes me back to the Airbnb. I mean, it was a little awkward afterwards. It usually is, isn't it, after random stranger sex? I mean, it is for me half the time. The next day at this uni, I am doing my run. So what I had to do was I had to run into different lecture halls within like 3 minutes. The announcement I gave was a minute long, and I had to shout the announcement and run to the next lecture hall, shout for another minute, run to the next lecture hall, shout for another minute. I tried to hit as many as I could before the lectures started. So it was a thing. Honestly, I was knackered, but you know what? I was fit. I was fit back then. I've let myself go since then. But yeah, I was doing the announcements. I think I got to the second or third announcement, and I did a little toot. I farted. And, you know, that's not a crime. Just going back a little bit, I did have a shower the night before, and I thought I got everything out. I did. I thought I'd managed to clean all the area. But no, when I tooted, and by the way, I was wearing shorts, a river of cum just ran down my leg. And I was just like, how much did he fucking cum? But also the fact that I was giving this announcement in front of a lecture hall of 100 students at uni, I was like mortified. I cut the announcement a little bit short, and I could feel, I mean, I had boxers on, but there was that much cum coming out, built up at the bottom of my boxers and just started pouring down. So I had to run out. I mean, I ran in, I ran out. Nobody suspected a thing. I mean, I hope they didn't look at me as I was running up. Yeah, I was running up the lecture hall and out so I could go to the nearest bathroom. When I got to the bathroom, I had to take my shorts off, my boxers, and it was disgusting. That's why I call it Lawnmower Part 2. I mean, if you've heard of Lawnmower Part 1, I'm not going to repeat it now. Just know that it was the low point of my life. And honestly, nothing really phases me now because I know I've already experienced the low point of my life. But this came a very close second, I think. I mean, there was the one time that the guy tried to piss on me and I had to run out the house. But other than that, I think that was, yeah, Lawnmower Part 2. I had something pour out of my arsehole at a very embarrassing moment. I cannot trust my anus. I just can't. She a bitch. Never show my face in Texas since. Dare I go back? Maybe I'm not allowed to go back. Maybe I'm a wanted criminal. If you really enjoyed that story, give this video a like or a dislike. But yeah, that's the end of the love stories for now. I mean, I've got enough for like 15 more Mamma Mia videos, quite honestly. But yeah, I think I picked a good selection from my archives there. I still got some big guns. No, I think that's round about it. And yeah, I think like the last of the musical numbers as well, which I feel like I have definitely improved as a singer over the past like year and a half since the last one. And I definitely think my skills at, you know, just as an actress and a dancer have really improved as well. Do you want another one? 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 Let's rip it up.
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the right music, getting in the swing. You come to look for a king. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high, where the better rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen. Young and sweet, only 17. Woo! Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah. You dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Ow. Whee! Woo! Whee! You're a tease and you turn 'em on, leave 'em burning and then you're gone. Looking out for another, anyone will do. You're in the mood for a dance, and when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Digging the dancing queen. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Ah! Whee! Woo!
Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you had the time of your life. I really do hope you enjoyed yourself. Please don't forget to like if you did. Like this video if you think I should do a Mamma Mia 3. Leave all the comments down below. Let me know your favourite songs from Mamma Mia. Let me know all of your favourite Mamma Mia quotes. Mine is "Be Still My Beating Vagina" from the second one. Let me know your favourite Mamma Mia film, favourite character, everything. Have you read the books I just read? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons as well for being so patient and amazing and supportive. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much always. Your support always means the world to me. I do have a link to my Patreon in the description box if you would like to check it out. No obligations, of course. But yeah, that's the end of Mamma Mia 2, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye.